I want to talk to those of you walking through a valley so deep you're not sure if the light will ever return. If that's you, welcome. You're not alone here. There's this phrase people love to say, it's time to move on. But what they don't realize, grief doesn't follow a timeline, and trying to move on too quickly, it can actually bury the pain deeper rather than healing it. After my only son Logan passed away, the world expected me to keep going, keep smiling, be strong, be grateful for the 32 years I had with him. And trust me, I'm grateful for those 32 years. But gratitude doesn't erase grief. Gratitude and grief can sit at the same table. One doesn't cancel out the other. I remember walking out of the ICU room feeling like my entire identity had been stripped away. People were praying, sending flowers, saying kind things, but inside, I was drowning. So if all you've managed to do today is breathe, I'm proud of you. That's not small. That's sacred. Now let me introduce you to something that saved me when everything else felt dark. It's what I call micro-gratitude. These are those fleeting sparks, tiny moments that don't fix everything, but remind you that beauty still exists. For me, it was the warmth of my morning tea while sitting in Logan's old hoodie. The sun shining through the hospital window the day before he passed. The stranger who told me, your story matters. These aren't big Instagram-worthy moments. They're whispers, but they kept me from sinking. Try this with me. Right after this video, pause, close your eyes, and name one thing that didn't hurt you today. Just one. Write it down, and that's your spark. There were days I'd laugh and immediately feel guilty, like I was betraying Logan by smiling again. But here's what God whispered to my soul. Joy is not betrayal. It's survival. Logan doesn't want me to live buried in sadness. He lived loud. He laughed loud. And he loved big. And when I lean into joy now, it's not about forgetting him. It's about honoring the life he lived and the legacy he left behind. So if you laugh today, let it rise. If you feel a moment of peace, breathe it in. Scripture says in Isaiah 61:30, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair, they will be called oaks of righteousness, a planting of the Lord for the display of his splendor. I started journaling, but not the way people expect. I didn't write, I'm thankful for everything. I wrote, I miss you, Logan. I'm thankful I got 32 years with you. I'm grateful for the way your son Bryden looks like you when he smiles. This kind of gratitude doesn't ignore grief. It wraps it in warmth. Maybe for you, it's lighting a candle each night or planting a flower for each year you had with your loved one, or baking their favorite meal and giving it to someone in need. Gratitude can become a ritual, a legacy, a way to say, your life still matters. You don't move on from grief, you move with it. You carry it like a stone in your pocket, heavy some days and barely there on others, but always sacred. And you get to choose what kind of path you pave with that weight. For me, gratitude became the anchor that steadied me, Not because I always feel strong, but because I always feel held. If you're in the thick of it right now, just know this isn't the end. There's light still waiting to rise. There's purpose still waiting to bloom. And there's gratitude still whispering, I'm here. I'd love to hear your micro moment in the comments. What's one small thing you're grateful for today, even if your heart is still healing? I'm Angela Frazier, and if this video touched you, please like, share, and subscribe, because together we are rising, together we are remembering, and together we are honoring the ones we love with every step. With love always, Angela and Logan.